Alright, welcome to the quarterfinals of Rage Forest 4. So we've got Team DauT up against Team Valas here. With Team DauT obviously consisting of DauT here in Dravidians in the orange. We've got AR-12 in the purple. We've got Miguel here on the Burgundians. The yellow. We got Uzi here in the red on the Mayans. So AR-12s on Turks and DauT on Dravidians. Scout aggression straight off the bat. That's what I like to see. No snooze fest games. I mean, we're on a snooze fest map, but it'd be nice to think at least there could be a little bit of early game aggression on it. So on Team Valas, we've got... How the fuck do you say that? In the blue trunks on Burmese. You've got Mr. Planner here in the Cumans, green trunks. We've got Zastosi here in the light blue on the Koreans. And the Captain Valas here on the Poles in the silver. So, apologies to... Is it Arc Eden? Let's just say that. Easy enough to say. If I'm wrong, you guys will no doubt let me know. Because even though I'm the most overlooked creator in the genre, I'm still held to the same standards as everyone else. So I got our players walling off like little bitches already. It's a bit sad. Because we like seeing early game aggression. Instead we got 2 layers of palisades. One team, one here from the other. Also got another wall off being finished off here by Argaden. Is that how you say that? Anyways, big thanks to whoever hosted this. I looked it all up, but I can't remember now, so sorry. But I can't plug you. Because I've forgotten who it was. So I might as well actually go through what each of the civs is, because we've got the time on a map like this. So we got Valas here on the poles, a nice cavalry civ. Villager health regeneration as well, so harassing their villagers but not actually killing them. It's a little bit futile because if you're too slow, they're just going to heal up. Last finishing his wall off there. Anyway, getting back to the poles. Nice cavalry and infantry civ. Mainly cavalry, but they also have Obuk, I don't know how to say that. That's a unique unit, so an infantry unit on an otherwise cavalry civ. What the hell is up with that? Koreans here for Zastosi, so... Oh no, it's going to show me the wrong civs for the players here. Please don't do this to me. Anyway, we'll go through them in order that they actually pop up. I don't actually give a shit if it's not in order of where the players are laid out. I'm done giving a shit these days. So we've got Dravidians here for DauT. He's going to have to carry this team, put him on his back. Nah, just kidding. He's got a pretty solid lineup there. But Dravidians get a bit of wood when they age up. So it makes shitting out some next stage buildings a little bit quicker. Fishermen and fishing ship bonuses, which is all well and good, but then your ally who doesn't get any of those bonuses is taking the water, so it sort of hits into the overall team economic power there. So AR-12, stop being so greedy. You should have just let DauT have that. Attack speed on LE archers and skirmishers, that's weird, but cool. Cheaper siege, also cool. Arumi, aren't they a unit in AoE 3? That's pretty sick. Oh, and the team bonus is the DauT actually provides population, so DauT actually still giving AR-12 a bit of a leg up through that. So we've also got Mayans here for Uzi. So it puts his right, and it shows Who else was I looking at? Valas, right, but for whatever reason it was showing someone else's when I clicked on Zatosi. Fuck, man. There's just too many problems with trying to do commentary with the games in this series. Whether you're talking AoE4's shitty replay system, like, I mean, it's complete and utter trash. If a person plays more than 10 games in that patch, the older games just start being deleted. But then that's annoying because you can't cast games from prior patches that they played less than 10 games. But they still appear in the match history. While in this, using Capture Age as a fuck around, trying to cast stuff in the most recent patch but not current patch, by having to use a beta key is annoying because you've got this little error. And none of the actual game D patches seem to work at the moment. Oh, this is cool. Uzi's going to try and just charge down the gates. What a sick cunt. What an actual sick cunt. Putting pressure on in this crappy map. You absolute legend, Uzi. I'm going to fly to South America and give you a big kiss. So he's on mines. Extra starting villager. Bit of resource conservation. A really nice Archer Civ as well. So Valas just gonna stonewall himself in. What a boring motherfucker. Oh, I hope he gets one. Yeah, oh, fuck off. Yeah, bullshit. Yeah, bullshit, ref, bullshit. So, next Civ in the list, we've got Mr. Planner here. Wow, it actually selects the right player's Civ here. So Cumin's access to that feudal age town centre. He's in that sexy green colour. Access to early Rams as well, but he's probably just going to go quick castle age. Because he is in the pocket. Nice and safe in the centre, just ignore your teammates on the flanks and take up to ultra late game. That's the way. But this is smart, because he's trying to already shoot at the rear palisade. So it's already quite low, so Valas is going to have to put the foot down here and make sure he gets all these pieces up in time. It's costing Uzi a bit of worker time doing that. He probably should just evacuate these vills. Considering he's made his opponent go complete bitch mode and put up stone walls after multiple layers of palisades. Oh no, he actually is just going to try and harass it down. Fair enough. Go for it, man. You get it? Breakthrough, all the more power to you, eh? So next off we've got, it should be DauT, but it's going to select Zatosi now. Why the fuck is the replay system like this, man? Replays, commentary in this series, not even just this game, in this series is just a pain in the cunt. There is no better way to describe it than that. But anyway, Koreans, good stone eco. Bonuses to tower upgrades all being free. Archer armor lines free. Military units that cost wood, a little bit cheaper. 20% to be exact. More of an aggression attempt here from DauT, so he's trying to put the pressure on. And Argeddon having to bitch mode his way through stonewalling through this. Well here, playing Burgundians, access to earlier eco technology, so he's already been able to get tier 1 and 2 wood upgrades. No doubt be trying to do the same with his farm upgrades once he gets that mill up and gets a couple of farms out. But he does also have fish trap eco here, so he's already started committing to that. His eco right now is really solid. He's keeping up to Mr. Planner in terms of eco production. Even though his opponent's got 2 TC and he's only got 1, so solid effort there in the pocket already. What else do we have to look at? I've already been over Valas' Civ. Argeddon, however you say it. Burmese, so free lumber camp, infantry, bonus attack, battle elephants, bonus armor. Whole team gets visible relics on the start of the game. AR-12 already trying to go for a quick castle age here, so he's going to throw that castle up. What else we got to go through here? I've been through everyone else, haven't I? Turks here for AR-12, so nice gunpowder civilization and extra gold gather rate for them. What else haven't I been through? Supposed to pick the wrong person that... Yep. That's pretty much everyone's civs, I think. I've covered them all, out of order a little bit, but that's because the overlay's fucking me around. And I suspect it's to do with the fact that I've got to run the game in the beta prior patch version in order to actually get these recordings to work. Because this game seems to get patched twice a month. Well, it's more like once a month usually. But that just means you can't actually cast recordings from older patches because of the archaic way that Age of Empires games do their recordings. We're still stuck in 1997 in that regard. Okay, maybe 1999. The Argeddon, just complete bitch mode here. Multiple walls, multiple layers of multiple layers of walls. Stone tower there as well. Watchtower, sorry. I could do with stone. So in spite of particularly DauT's team fielding a lot of early infantry and doing some worker pulling shit to try and get through, Valas' team has played complete bitch mode so far and just walled the hell out. Really quite cheeky there, having a mangonel park just behind the wall. Might be able to actually kite this Eagle Scout into the fire of that. We might as well sit back and chill, go for a quick smoke or something and come back to when our teams are actually taking some real engagements. Like Eden going to be the last one to age up because I think he's committed the most heavily to walling in. He's got 3 layers of stone walls there, 2 over here, or 3 really. Another layer over there, palisades. Man, I actually don't know how Mem puts up with casting replays. Although granted, he's lucky enough that he lives in Europe and he can do a lot of his recordings live, so he doesn't have to go through the hassle of using AoE2's shitty replay system. But admittedly, AoE 3s and AoE 4s are even fucking worse. So you're not really seeing much happen so far, just a lot of gathering. I mean, it's pretty efficient because these are high level players. And DauT going all the way up to 5 town center there, just man-moding it. Well, sort of not really, because he's had to wall himself in. Hasn't really, I mean, the enemy team's walled themselves in and he's just towered up, but I don't know. His eco should really start to skyrocket. His villager count's not as high as some of the other players here, like Planner and Zatosi. Impeccable eco growth rate here. So the pockets for Team Valas are doing a wonderful job so far. But the pockets for Team DauT, not far behind. Well, in particular. It's a lot of fishing eco that he's already got. So a pair of town centers as well. AR-12. Got a pair of town centers. He's also got a little bit of fishing eco, not quite as much as the other pocket on his team. We're already hitting Imperial Age. He's got a massive score lead over everyone at the moment. Mr. Planner's actually got just as much on the water now. So he's really fishing as much as he can. Probably won't be long before he's also in Imperial Age. So I'll click this and it'll put me in some other fucking player's base. But yeah, he is taking Imperial Age now. Also going to start getting his forging upgrade so he can get nice melee damage there. Just walling in that little passage just in case, but I mean, his whole team's exposed through this choke anyway, so almost seems that, oh, it's the Tosi he's looking to wall that off. But I mean, these guys are going to probably want to wall across here as well if they can, or even just across here once again. Really maintain control of this space, not leave this passage open here as such. But man, what a fucking snooze fest so far. Like, this is exactly the sort of game of Rage Forest and of Black Forest I didn't want to have to cast, but it's happening anyway. Sorry if you hear a rubbing noise, I'm scratching my eye, I'm not having a wank. It's a Tosi, 1,000,001 stables there. 1,000,001 stables here for Mr. Planner as well. I think Team DauT's actually a little bit more hindered for space here at the moment. Although, Bombard's there for Miguel, as well as a couple of Cavs there to support. He should be able to get these walls down pretty quickly. So he's trying to take out the back row, because I think if he hits the front row, he'll actually splash damage onto his allies' units. And he doesn't want to be doing that, because, you know, friendly fire, danger close, never good, because it's just army value, you're denying your own team. And that's exactly what I was talking about, with that man-at-arms being hit. So DauT's actually going to back off here. There is now a passage here for Miguel to start initiating combat for Team DauT with his army of paladins. Planner going for a market over the back there. There might be some more markets going over here, or even all the way back up the back here in Valas' base. He's got his castle up now, so not really anything happening over on this flank. Things have just sort of hit gridlock. But it's all happening here in the center of the map. Planner trying to defend himself and Argaden over that side. Was he actually trailing by score the most at the moment? I suppose it's taken a little bit for him to actually get going with multiple town centers here after committing to all those early man-at-arms. Obviously, if you're rushing, it does set you back slightly. Now, Miguel not going to want to take this fight because it's just not cost effective, even though he's got these really tanky, expensive paladins. If he trades close to evenly against the halberdiers in terms of units, it's just an awful trade in terms of the actual resource value. So he's going to want to try and make sure he can fight mostly against these Cavs, because he should be slightly stronger there. But with the support of the halberdiers, it's a really rough fight. He's having to commit a lot of these really expensive late game knight units, ultimately be driven back. So he probably needs to have support of some melee, or some infantry, sorry, or some range from his own team. Well, looks like Zatosi's been able to take out the castle. Going to work on these towers as well. Maybe you can try and kill the bombard just to prevent his own team's wall off from being picked off here. Yeah, he is going to try and focus down the bombard. And he's going to get it. So siege versus siege here. AR-12 has the advantage though, because he can actually just move these bombards as he feels necessary. When he sees the shots in the air, he can just move the bombard elsewhere. Basically just keep kiting with it, more or less. The passage that's been chopped down here with the Onagers. Man, I love saying that word because it sounds like, well, I'm not going to say the word because I might get cancelled over it, but you know the one. You know that word that black people can say, but people of no other race can say? Yeah, that's the word that I'm talking about. Anyway, so the Onagers have chopped a little pathway through there. And now the pressure's on, because now there's access to DauT space, and there's not a complete wall off with these barracks here, so even though he's got the perfect counter and the halberdiers, they are going to be ultimately a little bit slower. That's going to mean Planner can go for a real wander through, start picking off eco units like these fishing boats close to the shore. Maybe even snipe some villagers, force some pullback from the farm economy there. Cavalry archers here for AR-12, but they're not fully upgraded, so they shouldn't trade all that well. There we go, heavy cavalry archer now kicking in. I was going to say, without that, they'd be fighting a bit of an uphill battle, because then it's, you know, age 4 knights versus age 3 cavalry archers. Villagers are being picked off there, so Miguel starting to go for a bit of a counter push here, but there is a nice wall off here by Zatosi that's going to really prevent these from running amok through the entirety of Team Valas. Well, Team DauT, the pressure's on, particularly on DauT at the moment, with Zatosi and Planner pushing here, trying to get that castle. Got the halberdiers here to back things up, but some of them are having to come back to try and deal with this big mass. But it looks like Team DauT's tapping out there. GG.